Wow,
here.
yeah.
As we have on the left here, Yaco, Zaragoza, playing what we are going to call it green-white blink, for lack of a better name here. The cards in this deck are Avacyn's Pilgrim, 2 copies of Borderland Ranger, 2 Fiend Hunters, 3 Centaur Healers, 4 Restoration Angels, 4 Thragtusk. We've seen that combo before.
Yeah.
3 Acidic Slimes, 3 Angel Serendities, and a Rock's Faith Mender. But the cards that kind of tie the room together here, besides the Far Seeks and the Oblivion Rings, are the 4 Cloud Shifts and the 1 Conjurer's Closet.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like Mr. Silver is running into a disaster for a matchup to get into his match.
That is probably likely.
Yes, because you guys saw this last round, correct?
We saw the round that you were on break. We saw
Yes.
Arlie, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 2 rounds ago. So Mr. Silver, for anyone that has not been here, is playing a fast Gruul deck. He's got Experiment Ones, Legion Loyalists, as Zealots, Burning Tree Emissaries, Firefist Strikers to get that battalion on, Flinthoof Boars, Lightning Mauler, Strungroot, Geist, Slaughterhorns, Gorkline Rampagers, and the only spells in the deck are 2 Demerades and 4 Mugging. So he's trying to be hyper aggressive with his 19 land double Keswick Wolf Run deck, and his opponent is playing Life Gain and Blink. It can't get worse.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough here for Arlie to be able to win. You know, his deck is all creatures. He doesn't have anything like a Searing Spear or really any removal to break it up. Mugging is not going to take care of your Fiend Hunters, your Centaur Healers, obviously your Restoration Angels, or your Thragtusk. So being able to get through here is probably going to be a little bit difficult. The time that we did see Arlie on camera, Glenn and I were in the booth. We saw him playing against Michael Strunk playing the Aristocrats, and he knocked the gates down. The Aristocrats could not get set up, and we saw a turn where he was attacking for like 14 on turn 4 with a lot of haste creatures. So that was pretty impressive, but I don't think that Centaur Healer and Thragtusk are all that impressed by that.
I mean, this is the start that Mr. Silver's going to need. Arlie actually kept to 7 on the play, and Yaco is down to 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, so this is exactly what he's going to need, and I bet any money that Yaco's feeling pretty bad, but once he sees the matchup, he's like, oh, okay, fair fight.
Yeah, you know, maybe I have to give away a game here with a couple of mulligans, but you know, overall the matchup is probably pretty good for me. But we'll see what happens, because when someone is playing a hyper-aggressive deck like this, anything can happen. You can steal some wins. If the opponent does stumble or does take a couple mulligans, they can win.
Yeah, and so, I mean, for anyone that just started the game, they know Mugging and what that does if you played any Gate Crush Limited, but a card for anyone that just joined in last year that no one really knows that much about is Cloud Shift. Now, Cloud Shift hasn't seen much play in Standard.
No, not at all.
It is just if we can get that on the screen.
Yeah, Cloud Shift, just that 1 mana blink effect.
Yeah, and so it's just a great ability to be able to do some amazing tricks with cards like Fiend Hunter that Yaco does have. So you can play Fiend Hunter and then trigger on the stack, Cloud Shift it, allowing you to choose another target to put under the Fiend Hunter, but that initial one gets removed for the rest of the game.
And there you do see it, that Avacyn Restore Common, one of the better picks in Avacyn Restored Limited, excuse me. And of course, when it is working with the come into play battlefield abilities or leave play abilities like Thragtusk, that's really where it's at its best, but it just hasn't found a home yet. As we do see this game underway here, Arlie is going to lead off with the Rootbound Crag, and we do see Avacyn's Pilgrim here for Yaco, so I'm going to try to undo that mulligan a little bit.
He does have a fine start. He has Borderland Rangers next turn, or if he draws a land, he can go Farseek and get that turn 3 Thragtusk. Turn 3 Geist is going to put the pressure on, get the heat on Yaco to put him down to 18. He does draw that land, so he can either play Borderland Ranger or just immediately Farseek into Thragtusk. All right, he elects to just play Borderland, play it safe, slow his curve up, get some permanents into play to start blocking.
And he just wants to make sure he's going to be able to hit his land drops consistently over the course of the game. And, you know, he does have that kind of annoying blocker there that can trade with the front half of String Root Geist.
Yes.
Or the back half, depending on how he wants to play it. And you see Arlie here. He does play a Mountain, does cut Yaco's deck, and we'll see what he's going to follow up with here. Because we have seen some explosive turns out of this deck when it was on camera a little earlier, and it did involve that every single time.
Trigger, 2 lands. Does he have a Lightning Mauler? Does he have a Flinthoof Boar? Does he have Domre Rowdy to fight the Avacyn's Pilgrim and put Yaco down a mana? Yes, that's what he has. That's going to come in with 3 counters. He can find a creature, or he can fight the mana acceleration from Yaco, and definitely guaranteeing a card advantage ability like killing off that Avacyn's Pilgrim is exactly what you're going to want to do. All right, he wants to kill off that Borderlander to get, and what that'll do is let the String Root undie and get back in. Lightning Mauler, or the deck is fast, but it's not fast enough to get that Burning Tree.
Burning Tree Emissary does not have haste. It does a lot of different things, but haste is one of the things it doesn't have.
It's actually good that it doesn't have haste, because it is going to protect his Planeswalker.
Yeah, that's true. So we are going to see Yaco play a Sun Petal Grove here.
Here comes that Farseek. He is drawing a lot of lands.
So we'll see Farseek be able to search out a land in his deck. We'll probably see it search for a Temple Garden here. As that's what it looks like he's going to bring to the forefront. He does want to search through things to just make sure.
Well, you always grab half your deck and you can't find the one you want.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating when that does happen.
Or it's that last card on the top of your deck.
That's true. And so you'll see Yaco shuffle his deck really quickly here, and he is just going to pass the turn back. So Arlie is going to untap, he's going to draw, and we'll see what he's able to do with Domri Rod this turn, if he is able to find a creature on the +1, and if he does have any hasty beaters in his hand.
Well, I think that's can definitely happen. He's got 4 Lightning Maulers, 4 Flinthoof Boars, 4 Ashes Elots, and 2 Legion Loyalists that all have haste.
So we do see Domri. Arlie does take a look at the top card, does not find a creature to put into play. So we'll see what he's able to follow up with the cards that are in his hand. He does have a Flinthoof Boar, and he's going to give it haste with that mountain, and he's going to push on in. So this is very reminiscent of what we saw earlier in the day when we had him on camera. So a total of 8 damage, going to knock Yaco down to 7.
All right, but I see something that gains him 5 life, and there's a Cloud Shift. Oh, this is going to be brutal. Arlie doesn't have anything to interact with this combo, so what's going to be able to happen is if Arlie attacks in, Yaco's going to be able to Cloud Shift, gain 5 more life, and get a beast to help out in the onslaught of blocking. This could be just a slaughter that he's going to be walking into.
Yeah, that's a very fortunate draw step, and you see the interaction between Cloud Shift and Thragtusk. Of course, you know, we are very used to seeing Restoration Angel and Thragtusk, but that requires a lot more mana. And
yes.
while Restoration Angel does provide another body, you see the usefulness and the efficiency of Thragtusk and Cloud
Yes.
Shift here.
Yeah, and even if that Yaco did roll the 5, this doesn't even look close. Like I said, that just evens up the score.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel like he did take a mulligan here, as you are going to see a fight here, and you see
Floating the
Yaco
mana.
is going to float a white mana. What can you be floating a white mana for?
I don't know. What? Is it Faith Shield?
And now you see mugging.
Mugging.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
And now you're going to see a Cloud Shift here. This is absolutely brutal. Cloud Shift's going to counter that mugging. You're going to see +5 life. You're going to see that Beast token enter play. And what you also see here are very unfavorable attacks for Arlie.
Yeah, he can throw in that Flinthoof Boar or that Stronger Geist, and those can trade, leaving the board's Burning Tree Emissary Beast token if he wants. But he's going to send that 2/2. I wonder if there's something from what's that clan?
The Gruul clan.
That Rampager. He's in that.
He's the Gore clan.
Oh, he's in that Gore clan. That's what it is.
And we do know that Arlie has a lot of these in his deck. And you're going
Yes.
to see Gore clan Rampager go over the top on the Burning Tree Emissary. Going to make that into a 6/6 versus that 5/3. Don't forget about that trample damage either. But Flinthoof Boar is going to trade off with the Beast.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, Yaco has a Beast and should be down to 11. Did he miss his trigger?
I hope he didn't miss his trigger.
He got it the first time, missed it the second time. And now I do believe it's too late for a trigger on that
Yeah, they have passed that point.
one. Yeah.
So very favorable here for Arlie that he does miss that trigger, as now we're going to see an Ash Zealot here. Unreal.
All
Here
right.
comes Arlie. Attacks for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Follows it up with a Slaughterhorn.
And
Plus, he's going to use the Blood Rush on that as well, on the Ash Zealot. So that's going to be a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to put
damage.
Yaco to 1. Yaco untaps, he draws, and he is going to concede the game. So Arlie Silver on a bit of a mishap there from Yaco.
Yeah.
After Cloud Shifting the Thragtusk, forgets to put the Beast into play, which, you know, is that's his duty. It is his card.
Yes. No. It's his responsibility. The Beast did not come into play after even that. It just got a little confusing, you know, with the Cloud Shift, the mugging. A lot of things happened that turn. Combat went really quick for both players, so I could see him just, you know, blanking out, forgetting. Also, he's on camera for his winning in. I mean, these are big rounds. Both these players are fighting for something that I only dream of achieving.
Yeah, something that you have not achieved yet.
No, and it's been a struggle. And I mean, I'll redeem myself if I top 8 an invitational. Is that the monkey up and back, or do I still have a monkey on my back?
It's like a smaller monkey.
A smaller monkey?
Yeah, like a chimpanzee.
Is it still one that Josh Cho can bug me about?
Absolutely. Josh
Okay.
Cho can find anything to bug anyone about. So we are going to take a look at the sideboard here for Yaco. Outside of that mulligan 5, things that he's looking for in his sideboard, he does have an additional copy of Rock's Faith Mender to go along with another Centaur Healer. You also find 2 copies of, you know, Slayer of the Wicked, 2 Rootbound Defenses, Oblivion Ring, Armada Worm. You know, he's got some other cards here that are useful in other matchups like Intrepid Hero, but the Faith Mender and the Centaur Healer are certainly coming in.
Yes, those Faith Mender against these hyper-aggressive decks, as a Blitz player myself, is devastating. It's just so impossible to beat that card. On Arlie's side, we do see 2 Revenge of the Hunteds that I think are very good in this matchup. Just being able to force everything to block one guy. Just having the lure effect could get a bunch of damage through. As well as 4 Mayors. Now, Yaco being green-white, that means that Mayor is not going to get disturbed.
Yep.
If he ever flips, he generates extra card advantage. So when Yaco takes over the game with a Faith Mender, a Mayor can maybe sit and play tick up, tick up, tick up, until we eventually find a revenge and kill everything. Cards that I think are bad that I said earlier that I don't think anyone will take out are Lightning Maulers. I don't think that card's going to be that good against Centaur, Healer, Thragtusk kind of strategies, especially on the draw. But it's a card that a lot of people like to play with.
Yeah, it's kind of a card that people feel like is something that shouldn't really be sideboarded out, but it is very great on the play and
Yes.
a lot poorer on the draw. So, you know, it's not